Hello and welcome to an Innistrad draft. Getting a little tired of XL Unlimited lately, so might as well mix it up a bit with some Innistrad. So this was like, I think one of the first sets I ever drafted, and that was terrible back then. So, kind of learning for the first time. Let's see, Scab Ruinator seems pretty good actually. Exile 3 creature cards from your graveyard is okay. But if you mill him, you just get a free 5/6. Other cards to consider: Rakish Air, Armored Scab is quite good, especially with the Ruinator. I really like Bonds of Faith, Dream Twist. Well, is okay. The Scarecrow is good, and I think a lot of the flip cards are good. But I'm gonna check out the Scab Ruinator. That's a sweet mythic anyway, so might as well go for the splashy card and hope to wheel an Armored Scab, maybe? Ooh, foil Cloistered Youth, it's gotta be good, right? Okay, so here we have Armored Scab, goes very well with the Ruinator. Harvest Pyre is great, but not necessarily for this deck. Mulch, one of the other really good engine cards alongside Scab Ruinator. And I guess Smite the Monstrous is pretty good against him too, but I'm just going to take the Armored Scab. Staying in blue, this card blocks really well, mills you really well, and I think I would take Mulch if I knew I wanted to be in green, which green-blue self-mill is a deck, but stick to colors and just take the Scab for now. We could also just end up as a zombie deck, like some kind of blue-black self-mill. That's, you know, we don't mill ourselves as much, and maybe I just play this card for good value. But 5/6 flyer for 3 is not a joke. Not a joke. Okay, Screeching Bat becomes a 5/5 creature. Does not have flying on the flip side, so that's a little upsetting. But I mean, it's a Windrake at the very least, which hits pretty hard. And in blue, I'm not too excited about counter spells. I mean, Lost in the Mist is okay. Blue-green, I don't really think is an archetype. So I'm gonna try out the Screeching Bat. Okay, so there's another Armored Scab and another Mulch. Isolated Chapel if we want to try fixing our mana. Probably just going to take the Scab here. Just keep milling ourselves. Makes the Ruinator better, makes all the Stitch Wings and stuff better when you can just put creatures in your graveyard. Silver Inlaid Dagger is good if you're trying to be aggressive. But yeah, I think I'm just going to take this card. So this one's the odd one out, but this card seems quite powerful as a 3-mana 2/2 flyer that can just become a 5/5. Pretty powerful. These 1/4s don't hit very hard, but this guy does for sure. Okay, Victim of Night is a very good card, I believe. Non-vampire, non-werewolf, non-zombie creature. That's very few possibilities there. Can kill skeletons, can kill tree folk. Oh, it kills humans. Okay, that's actually okay. I'm not too excited about Manor Skeleton or Skeletal Grimace. Spider Grasp is fine. Thraben Sentry becomes a 5/4 trample. I think I'm just going to grab this Victim of Night. I'm not too excited about Lumberknot. This is like Walk the Plank with an instant and way more creatures it can't kill. Okay, not many blue or black. I'm seeing like a lot of red, but I don't even know if they're that good. Desperate Ravings could be interesting, especially if we just mill it. The flashback is pretty good. Night Terrors. She's a non-land card in exile. That's like... It's good against flashback cards, I guess. I don't think Brainweevil is that good. Maybe I just grab this Desperate Ravings? I mean, there's also Ambush Viper. No, I'm gonna try this card. I don't know how playable it is, but we're seeing a lot of white. Scourge of Gyre Reach gets huge if your opponents have a lot of creatures. Chapelgeist is just good. And the rest is fine. So I think I need to decide if red or white are the colors that I want to be in now. I mean, I could just grab a Night Terrors, but I think I'd much rather be blue than black at this point. Probably Chapelgeist. No, I'm gonna take the Scourge. Okay, whenever another human dies, gets a counter. One-Eyed Scarecrow is probably just the safest pick because I'm going to play it. Self-Help Occultist also helps the self-mill plan. So maybe I'm just going to keep taking self-mill cards here. I mean, these are very similar, and this has an upside. So I think blue is open, but green probably not. Or other people are taking the payoff cards and I'm just milling myself for no reason. Also a possibility. Okay, now we can start seeing what wheels. That seems bad. Purebloods is like bad, all these red cards are bad. So I'm just gonna take the Scarecrow. We're mono 3-drop big toughness creatures. That's our game plan here. Okay, mulch wheeling is pretty relevant actually. If we're drafting the blue-green self-mill. You often do splash black in that deck for the noteworthy card Spider Spawning. I'm not trying to force that archetype, but so it's a 4/3. Sure. Is that better than a Brainweevil? This does just go into your graveyard for free. But I think I can always pick those up. Here's another mulch. Alright, we have a lot of ways to mill ourselves now, so we need to start getting payoffs. This is a huge payoff for self-mill. And I don't know if we can cast Victim of Night now, but mulch will help fix our mana. Yeah, so best open would be Spider Spawning by a mile. So I think what else? If we just get like 1,000,000 Armored Scavs, yeah. Night Terrors, I don't really want to play, but wheeling double mulch is pretty good. So a lot of Stitch Wings could go in this deck. Pretty much any flashback card. Maybe this card is still good. Bannered Gargoyle is also good. 4/4 indestructible, and it can become a flyer, so that's a consideration. Claustrophobia is also excellent. Gallows Wardian is great if you have a lot of spirits, obviously. Trepanation Blade, +1/+0 for each card hit. Sure. And Ghoul Razor. It's good if you have a lot of zombies. Zombie Warrior. I think I'm just gonna grab the Gargoyle though. This card is great. 5 mana 4/4 flyer is not terrible, and it has Defender if you're just blocking, or Indestructible if you're just blocking with it. Passing on Claustrophobia, unfortunately, and Ghoul Razor, but this card seems gross. Okay. So we have Caravan Vigil gets a land. Not too exciting. There's a Fortress Crab. Pittsburgh Devils, I remember being super annoyed with this card. But I don't think this is the deck for it. This is a really medium pack for us. Like, I could just take an Avacyn's Pilgrim. Probably will, actually. This deck, if it gets going, kind of wants a lot of mana. If I get some good flashback cards. So I'm going to take the Pilgrim, passing a Dissipate. Okay, Festerhide Boar. Probably just want Claustrophobia now. Festerhide Boar is okay. Actually, it's pretty good. It's a 5 mana 5/5 trample. But I think that's more likely to wheel, and I can just grab this excellent removal spell now. Okay, so we have Stitch Drake, which I think is probably just what I'm going to take. Grizzled Outcast becomes a 7/7, but it's pretty expensive. It's hard to pass up a 3 mana 3/4 flyer. So I'm going to snap this off. Visible Stalker. Forbidden Alchemy is a good one. What is invisible? Just a 1/1 can't be blocked. I guess you could, like, if you get the Butcher's Cleaver, it's good. I think you can go infinite with Ruining Repetition and the Memory's Journey with the flashback card, so that's good to consider. I'm scared to take Forbidden Alchemy because I might just mill myself out here. Between all the mulches and the alchemies. But, you know, I'm not scared. Yes, okay, we're doing it. Alright, now our deck is good. Should probably pick up Runic Repetition now and stuff. But we have a lot of mill, and Spider Spawning is going to be great. I'd love to play the Stitch Drake as well. Ooh, I loved this card in Standard. Ooh, so good. Not for us now, though. Target player puts the bottom card of his library into a graveyard. That seems horrible. Maybe I want a combat trick? Sure. When it enters, if a creature died, you gain 5 life. That seems pretty solid. Yeah, I'm down for that card. How'd it go so late? I guess green is pretty open. Not super excited about these black cards. But we have a pretty clear game plan here. I'd like to wheel that Runic Repetition if possible and find a Memory's Journey, because then I can just keep Spider Spawning over and over again. But we got a lot of defense. And I guess I want to wait to cast him until after I have Spider Spawning, because getting rid of 3 creatures is a pretty big cost. So what I'd like to find is some way to loot. Okay, let's see. Kindercatch is just big. I feel like this card is not very good. I'm just gonna take the fatty. Maybe I just need a way to close out the game. Armored Scob, Claustrophobia. That's actually interesting. So if I don't play enough black sources, I guess I already have 1 Desperate Ravings. If I don't play enough swamps and I mill it, then I just can't flashback a Spider Spawning. Which is kind of a big deal. Wow, white is so open. Which, this is a league draft, right? Okay. Someone can draft white. Ooh. Caravan Vigil. Okay, pack 3 needs to be a little kind to us. We don't have exactly enough playables. We just have like a loose deck with like really only one way to win the game. And even then we only have 10 creatures right now. Ooh, okay. See, these are the cards we're looking for. Splinter Fright is an excellent payoff card for us. I'd like to pick up some Boneyard Worms as well, but Splinter Fright is busted. It's 3 mana, trample, and mills you, and it grows as your graveyard grows. So I'm definitely taking that. Love to grab Boneyard Worm or the Mystics, but this card's great. Alright, we got 2 good rares in our deck here. Need some 2 drops. But we can make some really fat creatures. And this one has trample too. We just need to make sure we don't kill ourselves. Okay, we got Bitterheart Witch. When it dies, search your library for a curse card and attach it to a player. I don't think we have any curses. That doesn't mean we can't get some. Is that card good? I guess if we find a good curse, that could be interesting. There's also just Deadweight. Pretty good. Shimmering Grotto, but I think that's likely to wheel. Actually, this card probably isn't that good for us because we're just so likely to have milled our own curse. That... Ghoulcaller's Chant. We have quite a few zombies. It's not a zombie. These are all zombies, but they mill themselves. And then just a 2 mana 2/2. I think the Witch has the highest upside. So I'm gonna grab that. Grab it up. Geist Catcher's Rig. Just shoot down flyers. There's also Sensory Deprivation. Basically Swords to Plowshares. We could take more Mana Dorks. I don't really think I want a Moon Heron in this deck. I might just take the Rig actually. I don't have that many ways to deal with flyers, and it's a pretty good way to kill them. Haha, haha. Burning Vengeance is great. From this pack though, I could replace Kindercatch with a Scab Goliath. This card is huge. It is negative synergy with some of my other creatures, but it is just so big. Otherwise, Forbidden Alchemy is probably the other pick, but I already have one. Yeah, I'm gonna take this guy, he's just big. Alright, I don't think I'm getting any other payoff cards here. There's a Lumber Knot, which is just like okay. Oh, here's a curse. It's a bad curse. Sure, we can take a Lumber Knot. I don't think I'm playing this Witch. Right now it's just a 1/2 Death Touch for 5. There's another Desperate Ravings. There's the Fen Snake, wow. I don't think Lost in the Mist is very good. Can't really pay for a Ghoul Raiser. So I guess I'll just grab a creature that goes into my graveyard easily. Alright, we can grab another Lumber Knot. Is that better than Moon Heron? I like Lumber Knot. It's just a creature, gets big. Okay, Memory's Journey or Gnaw to the Bone. Both very good in this deck. And Dark Thicket Wolf. I would like all of these. Probably just need a Gnaw to the Bone so I can survive. This can gain me a ton of life in one game. And I think my late game is quite strong. Although this... let's see. I'll be milling myself so much. But I think I'm just gonna grab this Gnaw. Okay, Boneyard Worm is perfect. So I think I was the only one drafting this archetype. It's just not much was opened in this archetype. Fucking Corpse. I don't have any werewolves. Okay, now I have a werewolf. There's the snake. Okay, this deck turned out alright, I think. 16 creatures is quite a lot. I don't have any really reliable ways to hit black mana. But I only need a few black sources. Probably can cut one Lumber Knot. It's just hard to cast because it's double green. Okay. Let's see what we got. Double Forbidden Alchemy as well. Yeah, so we need at least 2 swamps. I just like, if I mill one, then I have to take the other. Although I guess with mulch I'll be getting the swamps. So it's only the armored scabs that can actually... I guess, and Splinter Fright. So we're gonna go 3 swamps. Seven islands, 8 forests, maybe 6 islands. Because double mulch means I'm, you know, pretty likely to hit more lands from that. But I just need to make sure I have enough black sources to hit Forbidden Alchemy and Spider Spawning. Given that, let's see if there's any better black cards I can play. Not really. Do I want Spidery Grasp? I don't think I do. I think I'd rather play a Lumber Knot over that. This is especially good with all my spiders. Just make a bunch of spiders. Whenever they die, he gets huge. Wish he had Trample, but that's okay. 16 creatures. Do I want any more? I don't think so. I think this deck is pretty good as is. We'll find out. See you guys round 1.